John Lusk here of Lusk Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another Swhacker. And how many times have I said that? They have a lot of different models, and over the years I've tested a lot of different Swhackers. If you're curious which ones I've tested, just go to the search bar on my channel and type in Swhacker, and you'll see them all come up. It's been quite a few over the years. But today I'm going to be testing the model 250, all steel, 1.75 inch cut broadhead. So really eager to do that. And for the test, I'm going to be using the process for 2025. For a detailed description of that and explanation, please check out the video I posted earlier this year, just called 2025 Broadhead Test Process, and it'll walk you through everything. I'm going to be using my Elite compound bow. I'm using the Carbon Era right now, but I'm going to be switching over to the Carbon Eon really soon. And then I'm also using the SWAT X1 crossbow by Killer Instinct, and I'll be switching over to their new models as soon as they come out. But let's zoom on in here, check out this Swhacker 250, and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at the all-steel Swhacker 250 125 grain model. I weighed it, came in at 126, which is really good. And this is, they call it a crossbow model, but I'm sure you can use it with a crossbow or a vertical bow. It's made out of 100% stainless steel, 420 stainless steel, which is really nice. And I will note that it comes with a practice point as well that looks exactly like the broadhead in the closed position. I like it when the practice point looks identical, and I weighed that, and that came in at 124 grains, so really accurate. I'm going to use that with my flight testing. Okay, so let's talk about the dimensions. In the closed position, these leading blades, these first blades at impact, have a cutting diameter of 0.875 in the closed position right there. The overall length beyond the end of the arrow is 1.75 inches, and the blades are 0.031 inches thick, so pretty thin blades. It's not going to be great for durability, but we'll see how that works out. And they're single bevel sharpened as well, not for rotation's sake, but just because it'll be sharper and they'll be easier to resharpen. Now, in case you're not familiar with the way a Swhacker works, you've got this main blade, or the main tip, that goes into the animal. These blades punch a hole, a little kind of less than an inch hole, punch a hole, and then as they feel some pressure, then they force this band off, or they break the band, and then it opens up into its full cutting position like that. Pretty cool looking broadhead. And the cutting diameter of this is 1.75. So it's designed for extra penetration, being under 2 inches like that. But the whole thing, the whole benefit of having this blade do the first cut, these two shorter blades, smaller blades, is that they absorb a lot of the impact of the hide, and they get dulled by the hide. But then these, they call virgin blades, that after it's penetrated into the animal, these open up and they're still really sharp, so they're going to cut more effectively within the animal. For resharpening, I would use the Stay Sharp Guide Gray Guide. I think that would work really well with these. Oh, and the price comes out to $19.33 per broadhead for a pack of 3. And mine came with that practice point, though online it says there's no practice point included, so I don't know what the deal is there. But $19.33 per head, about $20 per head. Look forward to putting this to the test and seeing how it performs. The Swhacker 250 got the bullseye. It took a whopping 600 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 6 on a 10-point scale, and it is one of the dullest broadheads I've ever tested, and I tested it several different times just to make sure it was accurate. It penetrated 8 inches. And here's the entrance hole, which is just the diameter of the head in the closed position. And the blades fully opened about 1 inch into the gel after they'd gone through the foam mat and the MDF, about 1.5 more inches into the gel than they were fully open. And it took an additional 181 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 6.83 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 57 layers. The head's in perfect condition after the 3 shots through the MDF, and it shows one of the benefits of an over-the-top deploying broadhead is the blades don't really feel much of the impact on them because they open after the broadhead has already gone through that initial impact on the hide. And here it is after the 2 shots through the steel plate. You can see that the tips of the blades got broken off and the blades got bent up. They also got bent laterally. You can't really see in this image, but they're still intact and the ferrule held up really well. And then you can see these holes, which is just the head in the closed position. Here it is after all the durability testing, and man, it held together really well in that cinder block. I mean, it just stuck right in it, and the ferrule is in really good shape, especially for being so slender as it is. I mean, the blades got kind of jacked up earlier, as you can see, but the ferrule did very well. So what'd you think? You know, it had some real strengths to it. I like the all steel. I like the durability of the ferrule. I like kind of the smaller cut size because it'll aid in penetration. But man, it was so dull. Like, I cannot believe this is so dull. It's like they forgot to sharpen it or something. Maybe they did, but I mean, this is one of their broadheads, and that was really disappointing. And then, you know, the blades aren't the strongest in the world, you know, so you could see some weakness there. But you check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if this might be a good fit for you. And stay tuned for the overall cumulative score, as well as the corresponding lust grade, and a list of all the discount codes that I can offer you just to help you save some money. Thanks so much for watching and tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next time.